2510. 2510 comes from Liberating Structures and is a really cool tool for harvesting ideas from a crowd. You can run this with hundreds of people to surface the best ideas, the most appreciated concepts. So let's take a quick look. I'm going to go into this meeting that I've already created with a 2510, and I'm going to go ahead and flip my facilitator view to 2510. You can see that the participants are already at 2510, and right now it says I have 0 of 8 participants have added ideas. You'll note that 2510 requires 6 ideas to be submitted before we can start voting. So you have to have at least 6 participants that have submitted ideas before you can advance. If someone doesn't submit an idea before you advance, then they're just going to be kind of observing at that point, because the way 2510 works is that we're going to do 5 rounds of voting and everyone's going to vote on random ideas. And you can't see the same idea twice, and you can't see your own idea. So that's why if it's 5 rounds of voting, we need 6 ideas, because you can't see your own. You need 5 others to look at. And so each round will randomize who sees what. They'll vote, and then we'll look at the top 10. So that's why it's 25-10, because if we have a rating of 1 to 5 and there's 5 rounds, the top score that anything can get is 25. So let's just take a quick look here. So I'm going to go ahead and add some ideas in. I got some browsers looking, and it's really handy as a facilitator just to track 0. It's saying 0 of 8, but who are we really looking at? So I'm going to leave this up here just so you can kind of track along and see that. So if I come in and I say Douglas idea, and then submit my idea, then you can see that, oh, okay, Douglas submitted. So I'm just going to quickly put in some ideas. These are just going to be silly ideas. And I've just got to have a bunch of browsers open. So bear with me while I do this. Just going to look here at my other tabs. All right, cool. So here we are, and now you can see that everyone has submitted. So you're probably seeing that update along the way. And then there's some others that have joined that are no longer haven't submitted, but we're gonna go ahead and advance now. So I'm gonna close this window, and you can see that it's allowing me to start voting. Once I start voting, you can see here on the screen that this participant can vote. So, oh, comedy, that sounds great. I want comedy, cool. And so you can see here that not everyone has voted, but I can advance. I'm allowed as a facilitator to advance, because we might have someone drop off or someone just not have time to vote, especially if we're dealing with hundreds and hundreds of people. So as a facilitator, you're going to have to make the call there of whether or not you want to move on if you've had enough people vote. If someone doesn't vote, it will just, so if a vote is missing, it will just duplicate the highest vote that it received. So if it's got another, the highest vote that it received was 4, it'll just put another 4 in there. Or if the highest vote was a 5, it'll put another 5 in there. So ideally, everyone votes, but sometimes we have to advance it because we don't have people. So just in the spirit of time, just so that we can move forward, I'm going to go ahead and move us forward. So next round, same as the first, we just get a different idea. So popcorn. Popcorn is kind of cool. Maybe it's interesting, but maybe not as cool as comedy. So then we kind of just keep advancing through the rounds and kind of looking, oh, games, cool, yeah, I like games. Maybe not as much as comedy, but yeah, games are good. And then we'll move on to round 4. Also, while people are voting, really fun to play music. Play something kind of upbeat, so it's like, if there's like a march to it, that's kind of fun. Let's see, jokes. Absolutely, let's have some jokes. Okay, cool. So then we go on to round 5. This is our final round. What do we have here? We have candy. I'm diabetic, so I'm going to say maybe on the candy. We don't want people having sugar crashes either. Okay, cool. So then now everyone, one person's voted, but we've gotten through all 5 rounds for this participant. And if we view results, then we'll see jokes and comedy both came in at 25. And then, Douglas's idea got 0 votes. Because that one person Douglas didn't see his own idea. Excellent. Well, this is 2510, and you can see if we have a ton of people with a ton of ideas, it can take a lot of time to read and sift through all of them. So this is a really quick way to randomize and see all the options so that we can surface the best ideas to the top. So hope you enjoy 2510. To talk to you soon.